I've never had a DJ before. That's a lot of power. That's way too much power. Like, can I just tell him? Like, can you just do that again? Like, just. Nope. All right. I don't have that much power, I guess. Oh hell yeah, yeah. Can I get some like air horn with it too? Like, yeah. I shouldn't have that power. Like that's sick. We're just gonna do this for like the next 10 minutes. I'm just gonna be like air horn. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's the fucking best. I love that. I'm trying to get this out of the way really before. Yeah, damn, dude, that's so sick. I don't even remember what I was gonna talk about. And like this ramp was way longer than I thought it was gonna be. It's, I started walking and I was like, oh, this song's, about halfway through now. I don't know. It's not I didn't know I had to pick like a 20. I didn't know I had to pick like a Fish song or something, like a Grateful Dead. I'm covered in that, so that could be good. It's a lot. It's a long way. I'm fat too, so it's that's a far way for me to walk. I mean, you guys saw me at the front door. I was standing in the way of most of you trying to get in the building. First few of you, I was like, I don't know why we're not all getting inside. And it was just my fault. I do have some good news though, guys. My wife and I are expecting a divorce. Air horn. Yeah, hell yeah. That's the coolest way that I've ever told that joke. No, it's fine. We're cool. I'm glad she's gone. I hate her. So it's no, she cheated on me. Which that sucks. It's a little ironic though, because she cheated on me with a coworker, but she worked at FedEx. So if you think about it, his package came. We were like, she tried to save it too before I like finally was like, no, I can't do this. And she was like, come on, we could just open this up, like that could be a thing. And I was like, absolutely not. I could never watch somebody fuck my wife. And then like a couple months later, she called me back. She was like, please take me back. FedEx is hitting me. And I was like, oh, I didn't know I could watch that. Let's get back together. Hell yeah, let's go. Yeah, that was not the right move. I don't know. It was, yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but you just saw me working. I don't normally do that. I don't normally have a job. I'm very unemployed. I can't wait to get paid to do that, so that way I can go home later. That'll be. I live in Columbus. It's a long way, and it's no. I've just been like getting jealous of other people's jobs. I've been watching a lot of TV. I've had a lot of free time on my hands, and that Dawn dish soap commercial where they have all the baby ducks covered in oil. I don't know what they're paying the guy that's covering the baby ducks in oil, but I know I would do it for cheaper. Like, whatever they're paying that guy, I'm like, give me 12 an hour. I know I could do, like, I've made so many messes in my life, and none of them as cute as that, like that would be, and I don't think that I should be the guy to clean it up. I've seen my bedroom. I know what conditions I live in, that duck covered in oil would still be living nicer than I do, and that's my fault, I know, but it's so stupid. I've gotten back into reading lately. These last 2 weeks have been crazy since those fucking emails came out. I have been getting no fucking sleep. I've been spending all of my fucking time just deep into that. And then like a couple weeks ago, like when that other fucking thing came out, like everybody was like so surprised that one guy wasn't in him. I can't remember his name. That asshole. He sucks. Everybody that he's ever worked with hates him. He's pretty good at what he does. His girlfriend's real young. When Bill Belichick got left out of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, everybody was like, damn, how did he not get in first time? And I was like, it's a lot like Elon Musk. Everybody thought he was going to be in the Epstein files, and he wasn't. Can you imagine? I mean, for Bill Belichick, that's got to suck too, because all his friends are also in the Epstein files, and he didn't make 2 lists this year. There's 2 lists that he was eligible for, and he didn't make either one. That's gotta be frustrating, It is, but he would have fit right in. His girlfriend's 25, and he's, I think, 240. So, I don't know. His girlfriend wasn't even alive when he got fired from being the Cleveland Browns coach. The greatest football coach of all time wasn't good enough for the Cleveland Browns, who fired him and then moved. They weren't losing then, because they were in Baltimore. Is there Browns fans in here? You guys, it seems like your butthole's puckered when I said that. So, You're like, it's off season right now, dude. I don't want to think about that. I get it. No, it's, I guess you could call Bill Belichick a family man, right? I mean, he's, ruining other people's families. He ruined his own family, by, dating a child, which is gross. I'm pretty close to my family, even though they live in Florida. I visited my family over, I almost said Christmas break. That doesn't make any sense. I've just not had a job since October, so I feel like a teacher, And no, but so I was visiting my mom and dad, and I had to have that, hard conversation that you sometimes have to do when your parents are getting older. And I said, hey guys, I think we have to put mom in a home. And my siblings had a very good counterpoint to that. They were like, well, she's 52, so why do you guys, what are you thinking? And I was like, well, in the same sentence, I found out mom is not only a flat earther, but a moon landing denier. And that's a rough sentence to hear. That's because you're just sitting there, you're just watching a Channing Tatum movie with your mom. And then she's like, can you believe that this is a true story? And I was like, they're talking about faking the moon landing, and it's got Channing Tatum in it. Do you think this is a documentary? And she said, yes. And she's like, every movie has like a little bit of truth to it, And I said, no. What do you think Toy Story is? And yeah, so, but she is a school teacher in Florida, which I think makes her one of the better ones, down there. It's pretty, I don't know if you guys have been to Florida lately, but it's hell. Like it's like Vegas, but worse. You can go for 3 days, and then I don't lose as much money when I go to Florida, but I lose self-respect. Because I'm like my parents, they do have a boat. They are Republicans, and that's okay. Because they, one day that might be my boat. And then, but yeah, so my dad took us out, me and my girlfriend were down there, took us out into what I was fully ready to call the Gulf of Mexico still. And then we get about dead center of it, and he's like, how do you feel about the Gulf of America? And I was like, I guess I feel pretty safe in this boat. Please don't leave me out here. Like whatever you say I need to vote for, till we get back, I'm gonna, you think I vote, Dad? Fuck off. I've been trying to hide this arm from you guys so that way you guys think I'm cool with this sleeve over here, because I paid for 2 sleeves, and I got one. I just, So my tattoo artist was a few years ago. He was really cool, but he was also really cheap. But he also, he started getting really into conspiracy theories, which wasn't great. That I just got a guy with a weapon, stabbing me repeatedly, just going on about this pizza place in D.C., which turns out he was right. But so he's going down this fucking rabbit hole. But I'm like, $60 an hour is great for a tattoo, Yeah, no, I just saw the look on your face. You were like, that's a good fucking deal. Yeah, that's why, I don't know if you've seen the curls, but yeah, there's a reason that I like a good deal. And so I get a call from him, just about 5-6 years ago now. He's like, hey, I gotta postpone our appointment. I know you had one on the 5th, but I have to go do something, so I'll see you, call it the 8th. And I was like, yeah, sure, dude, whatever, I don't mind. And then I learned about January 6th because my tattoo artist is live on Facebook inside the Capitol building. And he's like, we're taking it back. And then he got out of prison 6 months ago. And I don't think I'm getting that $300 back, I'm not going to approach him about it, because I know how he was before prison. And, I don't feel like he was one of those guys that goes in there to be better. I think he still sucks probably. So it's I do have been having a great time though. I've been learning a lot from my girlfriend. So much so that it's because I'm actually pretty dumb, I found out. But what it has given me is a lot of ammunition to mansplain to other women now. I'm so much better at it now. If you don't know what mansplaining is. Oh, shit, you guys are fun. Can I get 3 more air horns? Yeah, that's so sick. My name's Alex Maluchnik, you guys. Have a good rest of your night. Welcome back up your host, Tisa.